G'day Daiwa fans, Tom Slater here. Very excited to be bringing you an introduction to the Revelry reel series. Revelry's been part of our range now for a few years. It was developed specifically for the Australian market and we've brought it to a whole nother level. So sticking with the two distinct models within the range, we've got the heavy duty in my right hand and the Finesse custom in my left hand. And that just gives the angler the ultimate, control over what reel is perfect for the job they do. So we'll start with the heavy duty series and then we'll move on to the Finesse custom. So Revelry HD is really that dependable, strong, durable reel, whether you're chasing barramundi, mangrove jack, threadfin salmon in the estuaries, if you're inshore fishing and fishing for mulloway, snapper, even kingies and stuff like that, tuna, you want the Revelry HD. HD is really the distinction between the body material. So Revelry HD is an aluminium monocoque body. You can see that MQ plate there, that screws directly into the body, that houses the drive gear. So really huge drive gear in this reel. This is only a 2500 size reel and it's got a drive gear that's probably equivalent to an older 3000 style reel before MQ technology was a thing. So that single piece body, we're obviously eliminating that side plate because that's now the side plate. Means you get a very water resistant reel as well. So very good at keeping the elements out of the gearbox, keeps that reel in tip-top condition for as long as possible. So having an aluminium body like that obviously has no flex, very stiff body, very durable, and that keeps those gears aligned perfectly. So when you're cranking under heavy load, fighting a big fish, the body is not flexing at all, it's keeping those gears perfectly meshed, and that means you're getting ultimate cranking power, lots of torque, lots of power. Speaking of the gear set, this has a forged machine cut aluminium A70-75 gear set, very, very similar to the gear set found in reels like Certate. So you can depend on this reel, it's got a very, very strong gear set, and combined with that MQ body gives you just an unmatched power to weight ratio. So you can see from the top half of the reel, this is pretty much all new. AIRDRIVE Zion V rotor. We've got the AIRDRIVE tubular bail, one-piece bail, very similar to what you'd find on the Exist, our flagship reel. So we've eliminated some weight from the top half of the reel. We've reduced the weight there, which gives you really light winding performance. So very low inertia startup spinning, and just gives the angler the ultimate control. So AIRDRIVE is all about being easy to start and stop. So you want to be able to, start reeling immediately, stop reeling when you want to stop reeling, and just give you that ultimate lure fishing control that is super important when we're fishing lures here in Australia. So AIRDRIVE rotor, as I've spoken about, AIRDRIVE tubular bail arm there. We've got an AIRDRIVE spool in the HD model, and it's equipped with an ATD carbon drag system. So carbon washers with that ATD grease. So that's in that reel, gives you a very strong and smooth drag, up to 12 kilos in the 5000 model. HD models come equipped with an EVA ball knob of varying sizes. This little 2500 has the nice little medium size. The bigger up to a 5000 comes with the larger size. Speaking of sizes, HD comes from 2500 up to 5000. So again, I've got a little 2500 here. Perfect reel whether you're fishing for, flathead and stuff like that in the estuary. You want that little bit of extra weight in a reel to balance out maybe a longer rod or something like that. You can go for one of the 2500 HDs. I use one of these when I'm oyster rack fishing for bream, because you want that little bit heavier reel to balance out that heavier rod. Plus you want that really big knob, the stiff body, just to be able to crank those fish out of the oyster racks. But 5000 size, snapper fishing, barramundi fishing, threadies in the river, anything like that, the HD is going to be perfect. Moving on to the Finesse custom. This is the Revelry FC or Finesse custom. So we changed the body. The body now becomes a Zion monocoque body. So Zion is our carbon resin composite material body. So very lightweight, very rigid, incredibly lightweight actually, but totally impervious to corrosion. Again, it's an MQ body, so you can see that MQ side plate on the side there. Again, houses a much larger size drive gear than traditional spinning reel designs. and that larger gear gives you more torque, more power. Again, AIRDRIVE design upgrade. So this one gets the full suite, including AIRDRIVE shaft in Finesse Custom. So AIRDRIVE rotor, Zion V again, tubular AIRDRIVE bail, same as what you'd get on an Exist, AIRDRIVE spool and AIRDRIVE shaft. Speaking of the spool, in Finesse Custom models, it's an ATD Type L felt drag system. So we use that felt drag system in the Type L setup because we want the most finely adjustable drag for light lines. So Finesse Custom's all about light lines, estuary fishing. You want the most finely tunable drag. So when you're out here fishing, bream tournaments, trout, redfin, those kind of light line species, when you're fishing, 4 or 5 pound line, you want that really finely adjustable drag. Again, it's got mag seal in the rotor, got ABS long cast spool, all the familiar Daiwa technologies just taken to another level. So AIRDRIVE system again has just made the reel physically lighter, easier to wind again, and it's just a pleasure to use. The Finesse Custom comes in 3 models, a 2000 shallow spool, a 2500 shallow spool, and a 2500 standard, which is what I've got here. So the shallow spools are perfect for the guys that are really into their finesse fishing and want to have the most finely adjustable drag, but also it's very handy for just spooling up the reel, no backing required, just a full spool of braid or straight through fluorocarbon, straight onto the reel. 2500 standard, if you want one reel to kind of do everything in the estuary, flathead, brim, whatever it is, that 2500 standard is a great choice. They're available in stores right now. You can check out the full details on the Daiwa Fishing website. I think they absolutely look stunning. Really bit of a change from the previous model, still paying homage to that red and gold kind of coloration. I think you're going to absolutely love them.